Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jack from grailrewards.com. This is basically part two. I promised you guys I was going to do another video probably over a week ago, but I have been very busy with the website and other work. The first part is up. You should be on Grail Rewards, the YouTube channel right now, and you'll see, and this is basically over the last year or so, I've done this huge project of taking my comic book collection and putting all of them in a database. But while I'm doing that, I'm also rebagging and putting new backing boards. So it has taken a long time. And along the way over the last year or so, I pulled out issues that either had some interest to me of potentially getting slabbed at CGC, and threw them aside, and these issues have not been rebagged and boarded. So I'm finally getting through that now because I have completed the bulk of my collection. So now we're at the point of making new decisions on what else needs to be CGC'd. We also did a CGC haul, unboxing, sorry, about a week ago. That was pretty amazing, of newer stuff, exclusive store variants. Check it out. So today I'm going to go through this other box. I don't even remember what's in here. And we're going to see what's in here. And then you guys can make comments as to what you think I should absolutely get slabbed. So I pulled this out first from the box. And the bag is disgusting. So it definitely needs to be rebagged and boarded like immediately when this video is over. So here we go. So that's Shazam #1. Okay, Shazam #1. In really good condition. I would say, I'm looking at the back, there's nothing wrong there. And the worst thing is the bag, that's for sure. There's maybe a slight spine tick, maybe one spine tick, but this is really clean. The corners look excellent. So I didn't even remember having this, to tell you the truth. I thought I had it and I couldn't find it the last time I was looking. So that's almost a definite to get boarded and bagged after the movie came out. So that is pretty much really good. I bought it probably 25, 30 years ago. So let's go back to the box and let's pull out some other stuff and see what we've got going on. Wow, these all need to be bagged and boarded. So here is Dazzler #1. All right, I remember when this came out. I probably have 6 copies of this. And it's not worth a whole heck of a lot, but this is a really good copy. There's no spine ticks. There's nothing going on. Even though this is a disgusting bag and tape, the comic actually is in great condition. So let me know what you guys think. So that's Dazzler. Here's another one that I got probably 30 years ago when I was first started collecting, 30, 40 years ago. Moon Knight #1. This is not the first appearance of Moon Knight, as we know. This is the first appearance in his own solo magazine. Okay, so there you go. This is going to come back a high grade. Again, this is at least a 9.0, so that's probably a decent one. Black Lightning #1. Not a big fan. I love the CW shows. Not a big fan of this one. I think it's real, I don't know. I just think there's not a lot of interesting stuff going on that show. Not a huge fan of the writing, but there are people that like the show quite a bit. So that's Black Lightning #1. That's a high grade. The back is in great shape. Nothing going on there. I would say to you guys, there's no spine ticks pretty much. This is an easy, maybe a little bit of chipping. I wouldn't call it chipping, but maybe a little bit on the bottom. This is easily an 8.5, something like that. So that's another good one. Let's see. I'm going to pass up on some of the ones that I pulled out that are really just for me, that there's no major value. I had a whole bunch of Brave and the Bolds, but I'll show you one of the really cool ones. So this is from the 60s, so I'll show you this one. This is Brave and the Bold 67, and it's in great condition. And I remember getting this as a kid at a convention. So Brave and the Bold 67, you don't see that cover too often, right? I love showing people covers that you don't see. If you're tired of seeing every Venom cover and every Carnage cover on all those other channels, you pick the right channel to come to, that's for sure. All right, so I'm going to tell you it's a little dirty on the back. Maybe it could use a cleaning. I don't know what that would do. There's not a lot of spine ticks. It's in pretty good shape. The corner's a little bit rough, both of the bottom corners. That's probably a mid-grade, probably a 6.5, 5.5 to a 6.5. That's pretty good for Silver Age Batman, Brave and the Bold. And that's the first time together in Brave and the Bold for Batman and Flash. I'm going to skip some of the later Brave and the Bolds that are in here, because I don't think there's anything that's worth anything too much. And we'll move on to the next couple of comics in here. So this is one that I remember getting. I love this. This is an old Blue Beetle. Check this out. How do you like that? Look at that Blue Beetle. Not bad, huh? And I would tell you that that is spine ticks on the side. The book is in great condition. That is a really nice book. Look at that. You don't see that book too often in this condition. So that's another one that I would think is a pretty strong candidate to send in. And guess what's behind it is the Blue Beetle from the 80s. When I was in my heyday, Blue Beetle #1. And that is in high grade as well. I would say to you guys, from the looks of it, it's minimum 9.0, probably 9.2 minimum, something like that. All right, so moving right along. Okay, we're getting into some interesting stuff now. So, not necessarily this one, but there is a movie coming out, so who knows? So I think I've got about 4 of these blood shots. They're all in mint condition. I don't think they're worth too much. Maybe I'm wrong. But maybe if the movie does good, maybe this comic will go up. This is definitely a high-grade copy. This has a shot at a 9.8. It's definitely at least a 9.4. There's no spine ticks, and it's a black cover. So you know how that goes. So that's probably a minimum 9.6. I would say that that's probably a secondary comic to get CGC'd at this point. I have so many comics that I like to send in. That's probably not at the top of the list. This one is. This is Batman the Killing Joke. I think I have 3 of these. I probably pulled this one originally because it's in mint condition. It's a first edition because it has the green font on the bottom there. Wow, this needs to be reboarded badly. This is a high grade. There is nothing wrong with this book. I would say this is a 9.6 minimum. So that goes in the probably emergency CGC. All right, so let's keep rolling, and we've got plenty of Batman books, that's for sure. So I don't know about these, but they're in mint condition, so I figured I'd pull them out. This is Batman the Colt. This is all 4. All 4 Batman the Colt, first edition. I think they made different editions. This is Jim Starlin, Bernie Wrights, and this was a fantastic book. If you don't have this or you don't have the trade paperback, you should get it. These are all in mint condition. They are in perfect condition. I'll show you just the covers real quick. That's book 4. That's book 3. Book 2. And book 1. All first editions, and great story. I remember this one very well. I don't know the value of those. I'll check them out. Maybe I do book 1 of that. We'll have to see. All right, so moving right along here, this is something that that I feel like I want to get to CGC pretty quickly. Why these didn't go out with my first batches, I can't tell you. Batman Dark Knight. And these are first editions. There's 1. There's 2. And I think I have a 3rd one somewhere. It's just not in this pile. These are all first editions. And they are in very high grade. Let's take a look at the other one real fast. It's in a horrendous Mylar bag that's ruined, but they're both in, looks like, mint condition. So those definitely have to go out. Here is book 2. This is also in high grade. I would say this is at least a 9.4 or so. First edition. Book 3. That looks like it's a 9.8 candidate, without a doubt. And finally, book 4, which I love this cover. Absolutely love that cover. And again, that's going to be a very high grade. That's at least a 9.4, 9.6 minimum. All right, let's keep rolling. So now we get into some of my favorite stuff. We'll pull out a bunch of these at once. And if I don't remember, guys, some of the Batmans I'm going to show you guys, I will not remember exactly what the first appearance is or anything like that. I will try. So this is just, I love these 80-page giants from DC, these silver 80-page giants. And I think I only pulled out the ones where the spine was really great and it was in great condition, because I have others that are not in this condition. So this is in excellent condition. Remember, these books came out in the 60s. This is 80-page giant number 12 Batman. And this is one of those square books, and usually these are a mess. But if you take a look there, I don't know if you're going to get to see it. It's really good, the spine. It's really good. The bottom has a little bit of stuff going on. There's a little bit of a crease on the top corner there. You know, you can see that. But for a book from this time period, that's in fantastic condition. So real happy about that one. And I have a lot more of those type of books. I don't know if I have them here. Okay, this is an old Batman. This is from the 60s also. I love these old Batman covers. This is just, I don't think there's anything special in here. This is Batman 157, but the condition, there's a couple of spine ticks, a little bit going on the bottom, but I would love to get some of these slab, just because the ones that I have in this type of condition, I'd like to preserve and I'd like to be able to display them. And as I've said on other videos, you know, the number to me is not the whole story. It's the ability to show people, to display. You know, I'm not in the 9.8 game, you know, just to play with numbers. I like displaying books and having them preserved, and that's a big deal for me, especially with these 60s Silver Age books. Here's another one. This is 164. This is in really good condition too. 164. These are covers you may have never seen because nobody really shows a lot of these on YouTube. You know, I guess if they don't have Venom or Craven the Hunter or whatever, you're not going to see it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. All right. Here's another Batman, and this is 169. This is a Penguin cover. This is not in as good of shape as the others, but it is not detached. The cover's on. It's still a really cool cover. It's a lower, obviously, this one's a little bit of a lower grade. It's probably closer to a 4.0 or maybe, I don't remember what the inside looks like. So it's probably between a, I don't know, a 2.5 to a 3.5, something like that, maybe less. Okay, this is one of my favorite Batman covers because I remember getting this as a kid. This is Batman 175. I just love the artwork on this. I've always loved it. This is a mid-grade copy. It's got some spine ticks. Cover's in place. Everything is intact. It still has beautiful colors. Always love that one. Always love that one. So that's another one of those that at some point should probably go to CGC so I can put it on the wall. Here's another Batman. This is 190. This is another Penguin cover, mid-grade copy, nothing horrible, really presentable, great cover. You know, and it's funny, I always tell people that conventions years ago in the 80s, basically in the 80s, you were able to get so many of these Silver Age comics at such a great price, especially DC. I mean, I still have some of the amounts on here that I paid, $1.50, $2, $3. Think about that. So here's another famous cover of Batman looking at running by and being at a newsstand seeing comic books. And this is $1.99, and this is in very good condition also. And you hear my dog. All right. The back of this is in good shape, and I got to show you this because that's one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Get Smart, with Don Adams. Okay, so I have to show you that. All right, so that's some Silver Age Batman and one more of them. And I wish this was in a little better condition. I'd love to have this in some amazing high grade, but this is pretty good. This is Batman number 200. You guys have definitely seen that cover, I'm sure. I have seen that on a few people's videos. This is a pretty high grade for that comic. There's a little bit of marking on the cover. The spine is really good. You know what? This is a really good, this is a really presentable issue. I'd love to see that actually graded. I'd love to see that graded. So that's a story there. So let me grab a few more. Let's see what else we have going on here. Okay, we have some more Batmans, but there's a Superman in here. All right, we may have to break this up into a third video. There's so much here actually. So this is another one of those bigger. This is a giant. This is a Supergirl giant. So this is giant. It's an Action Comics actually. This is Action Comics. I think it's Action Comics 373. It's an 80-page giant, or not an 80-page. They just call it a giant. I don't remember. I think this is actually an Action Comics, though. I'll have to look. This is in great condition. This is in high grade. And I am a huge Legion of Superheroes fan, and that's probably why I originally bought this. Wow, I don't remember this. This is in amazing condition. Super high grade for this year, for when this came out. And look at the back. I mean, it looks like a new comic. I don't even remember that one. Wow. Well, that definitely should be sent in. That's pretty amazing. All right. So let's run through some of these Batmans pretty quickly. I'll just grab a stack. Some of these you have seen many times on other people's channels, so we don't have to go over them too much. Okay. All right, so let's do these pretty quick. So this is another famous cover. This is 291, and that is in amazing condition. 291. And I think I pulled that one just because it's a famous cover. I don't think there's anything else going on in that issue. I think that's the only reason that I pulled it, but we will see. Let me just move this over a little bit, guys. Let me just do this the right way. Okay, 293. I have no idea why I would have pulled this, other than the fact that it's Lex Luthor. I have no idea what the story is with this one, but I must have pulled it. I must have looked it up for some reason. So this is 293. Maybe you guys will look it up. It is in mint condition. There's no doubt about that. I have no idea why I pulled it. Here's another one of those. Here's Ra's al Ghul. This is a Ra's al Ghul story, and this may be, it's a Jim Aparo. There must have been something going on in here. There must be a first appearance in here or something. This is 335. Again, needs a new bag and backing board, but it is in absolutely mint condition. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Hold on a minute. There's a little bit of a mark on the back. There's a little bit of a mark on the back there, but that is pretty close. What is that? It was 335. 335. Let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look. Well, I can't do it. Not working. All right, so you guys probably know what it is, but we'll just run through these. So this is another one. This is Batman 358. Okay, and I know this is a first appearance. I don't remember what it is, but this is definitely a first appearance. 338. That's in near mint condition. Oh yeah, maybe that was a cameo for Killer Croc possibly, and this may be the first Killer Croc. I don't remember. But this is 359. 359, and we are going to rebag and board these immediately. Joker cover, 366. This is a beautiful Joker cover, mint condition. Look at that. 366. And here we go with the new Robin. This is the Jason Todd Robin, I'm pretty sure. This is 368 mint condition. Okay. Or is it Tim Drake? I always forget which one came first. Maybe Tim Drake. 369 Deadshot cover. And this one is absolutely going to get sent to CGC. This is 386. The first Black Mask, which he is going to be, I believe, in the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson as Batman, the younger Batman. That's definitely going to CGC, no doubt about that. That's in 9.6 to 9.8 range. And I think I have all of these here. I just pulled them all. This is year 1. These are all in mint condition. That's part 4. That's part 3. Part 2. These are Frank Miller, of course. And part 1. And they should all be probably close to 9.4, 9.6, 9.8 range. All right. Then you've got 416. I think this was either, oh man, I don't remember if this is the first Nightwing or something in Batman maybe. There was something going on with this one. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head right now. Okay, this is the McFarlane cover. This is the famous Starlin, Cockrum, and McFarlane cover, Batman cover that everybody loves. This has no spine ticks, nothing. This is like fresh off the rack. Okay, pretty nice. Then you've got 429. This is the death of the family. Okay, these are all in mint condition. 428. And 427, which I think is the death of Robin. I think that's the issue where he dies. Either this one or the one I just showed you, I believe. These are all in mint condition. 426. 422, that's the introduction of the new Robin. And let's check out the condition on that. Yeah, corners are good, everything's good. Everything's good on that. And this is just, I don't think there's anything crazy going on in here other than the fact that it's a really awesome Joker cover, I believe. Maybe there is something else. This is 451. And 465. So these are all from that era when I was, collecting in the 80s. And let's see if there's anything else, and I think we'll call it. Okay, all right, we'll do a few more. Here's Batman 500, Nightfall, that cool foily cover. That's in mint condition. And I think I will, yeah, let's just do a few more. Okay. All right. So I do have a decent Avengers run from the 80s. That's not going to be in here. It's actually in with my regular books, but these are ones that I had pulled out. So this is King Size Special Avengers #1, and it's in presentable condition. The bag looks terrible, so the comic is not actually as bad as it looks there. The bag is horrendous. It is really bad. Okay, there's some spots on the top there, color breaking stuff going on. But that's a kind of a nice copy of it, probably mid-grade. The spine is okay. The spine is okay. It's a little dirty. It's not bad. Not bad for that book. Now this one is definitely in lower grade. I wish it was high grade, but it isn't. But it's still a seminal issue for the Avengers. Everybody loves this. It's probably a lower mid-grade. Actually, there's a piece of tape or something going on here. I don't know if that's on the book on the inside or not. I'm going to have to check. That looks like it's on the inside. So this is definitely lower grade. That looks like there's a piece of tape on it. So that's number 57, First Vision. I would say that's low grade because there is definitely some kind of tape or something right there. So unfortunate, but at least I have it. Here's another older Avengers, and this one is in really good condition. This is that red cover that everybody loves too. This is Avengers 38. And Avengers 38. Spine looks to be great on this. Oh yeah. Yeah, get that in a new bag and board immediately. And then this is probably the oldest Avengers I guess I have, and it's definitely in low grade. Introduction of Wonder Man. This is Avengers number 9, and it's a pretty ragged out, but it's still cool to look at. Avengers number 9. You know, there's a chip off the top there. You can see the spine. I mean, it's all in one piece. It's all in one piece. There's nothing falling off of it. The staples are there. But it's in low grade. The top is really ragged. Really ragged. But that's pretty cool. All right, so I guess what we'll do is we'll stop this video there. We'll do another video. I think I have Spider-Man's coming up next. And some other issues, and that's it for now. So leave your comments in regards to the Batmans that I've shown and some of the other stuff, and I'll pull out the best, and that's what I'm going to probably send to CGC. If you haven't been to the website lately, check out grailrewards.com. We've got some key books up right now. There's still some spots available, and remember, every time you convert your credits, when you buy a credit package, and you convert your credits into Grail coins, we put together a package of comic books to help the next generation continue this hobby. So we put together a comics for kids package, and I bring it to one of the elementary schools in the area, and that's how we can keep this hobby going, and that's what it's all about. So Grail Rewards puts together charities and charity work, gives you Grail coins, and you spend the Grail coins on any of the CGC books that we have that are up right now to give yourself a shot at a huge Grail for pennies on the dollar. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Check out grailrewards.com and make sure that you are following us for all the action on our Instagram account, which is Grail_rewards. Grail_rewards. That's it for now. I'll have more books to check out and figure out what I'm sending to CGC. I hope you guys will help me with that. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.